One of the first things we have to do to get started is just come right inside this handle right here. You're going to find a flap that you can lift up and then remove this piece right here. Set that aside. Underneath that, you're going to find a mounting bolt. Go ahead and remove that as well. Now we're going to carefully use a trim tool and try to get underneath this. We want to be very careful not to damage our door panel. There we are. Now that we have that removed from the door, we're going to continue on by removing our wiring. For the mirror switch, you can see there's a tab right where my thumb is. Go ahead and give that a squeeze and remove it. Take a peek at it. If you see any funny colors, that's corrosion and it needs to be dealt with. This looks great, so let's set it aside. Continue on to the rest of your wiring harnesses. Set this aside. Looking up by where your handle is, you're going to see this little port right here. We want to just go ahead and remove this cover. Now we can remove that Torx head screw. Now let's move along to the side of the door panel, remove this Torx head screw, and then there'll be one located on the bottom as well. With all of our door panel mounting screws out of there, let's continue on with our nice plastic trim tool. We're going to get in between this area and start popping the door panel away from the door. All right, now that we broke that free, we can continue on by removing this. Set that aside. Go ahead and grab onto that door panel. Carefully remove it from the vehicle. Now that we have the door panel out of the way, the next thing we're going to do is remove the speaker right along here. Make sure you use our plastic trim tool because we don't want to scratch up our paint. After you have that loosened, we're going to continue on to disconnecting the mirror itself. Squeeze this tab. Remove the wiring. Inspect the wiring, assume it looks good, set it aside. With the wiring removed, the next thing that we can do is remove all three of our mounting nuts. Remember, the nuts are the only thing holding the mirror to the door itself. Last one, I'm going to hold the mirror. Grab that mirror, give it a little wiggle, and remove it from the door. There it is, friends. Okay, friends, now it's time to install our brand new mirror. Let's go ahead and take that mirror. We're going to carefully put it from the outside facing in, and as we do it, we want to make sure that we have all of our studs lined up. Start pressing this in. Once you have it lined up, go ahead and start on your mounting nuts. Connect in your mirror. Now we're going to take this, we'll line up our push tabs with the corresponding holes and press it in. Now it's going to be time to put our door panel back on. Pay attention to all of your push pins that go around the door. You want to make sure that they line up with the corresponding holes on the door itself. Aside from that, you also have some wiring that's located inside this area. It's going to need to come up and inside this hand area right there. Once you feel as though everything's lined up, go ahead and give it a couple loving bonks to help drive it in. Let's go ahead and start in all of our mounting bolts here. Let's go ahead and grab that little wiring harness here. We'll connect it in. Listen for a click. Careful for your wiring harness under there. Let's connect this in as well. Now we're going to put this in. Let's get our bolt in there. Cover. Now let's just test to make sure everything functions properly. Make sure your key is in the on position. I'm going to take this, I'm going to switch it to one side, I'll go left, and now we can look at the mirror and we're just going to ensure that it works properly.